Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my July TBR, and on my channel we play a TBR game called Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you're curious on if my game was as mean to me this month as it was last month, then just keep on watching. As mentioned, last month my TBR game was the meanest it has ever been to me. I had so many books on my TBR, so many that the stack is peeking out over here. So before we hop into July, we need to do a quick recap on June and determine if I deserve a punishment challenge prompt before rolling for my July picks. Here are the physical books that I had on my June TBR, and there were some Kindle picks as well. Like I said, the meanest it has ever been, but let's quickly run through on whether I completed at least half of these books or not. Let me see if I can hold these as we do this. For roll number one, I had a poll pick, and you guys chose The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue over on my Bookstagram, and I did read this. A challenge for this roll is 2 YA books. The first I got is Belladonna, which I am currently reading, and The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, which I did read. Roll number 2 was The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I did not read this, so sorry. Book Lovers did not read this. Iron Flame I did read, finally. I feel really accomplished with that one, and the challenge with that roll was a book I previously DNF'd. I chose The Blood is Love by Karina Halley, and I did read that. Next I got Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This will be a buddy read with my bookish bestie Sam, but we chose a different book, so I have not read that one. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. I did not read that. Someone We Know by Sherry Lapina. I did not read this, though I really need to. That is for a different project over on my book talk. Rereading Zodiac Academy, the first one, The Awakening. Did not read. 6 Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. I did not read. A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I did not read. The Foxglove King. I did not read. And lastly, Queen of Roses. No, I skipped one. Okay, Queen of Roses by Briar Bolin. I did read, and then I missed one, Beneath Black Sails by Claire Sager, which I have started but not finished. We all knew this was coming. This stack was absolutely crazy. June is a very hectic and busy month for me. I failed. I knew that I would. I failed my TBR. Still a bit disappointed. I did complete 5 books, which normally that would be a thumbs up, but my challenges, I also failed the No New Books challenge because I went book shopping twice. So that was also a fail. So even if I read more books, I would have deserved a punishment. Anyways, I did only read 10 books in the month of June. 5 of these I just told you about. 5 books I got distracted by. So enough rambling from me. I failed my June TBR. I deserve a punishment as we start my July rolls, but let's go roll the dice with a dash of chaos, and I'll meet you right back here with my July picks. All right, we are ready to set up Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos for the month of July. We need to place our Kindle and bins of prompts. Our challenge guy is in number 1 as always because we can't roll a 1 with 2 dice. Emma is here to help us. He is going to use the random number generator. Where are we placing our Kindle? Can you press randomize? Spot number 3, 1, 2, it will go here. Now we're going to find out where the bin of hard prompts is going. No, can you randomize a number? Yeah. Also 3, so 1, 2, it's going to go here, I guess. Can you slide it in there a bit? And now our bin of easy prompts. Randomize another number. What the heck? You know, I want to do that again. That's too many threes. We'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go here. All right, here is what the game looks like so far. I do need to pull a challenge for my failed June TBR. Emma, can you pull one out of there? Thank you. We do shuffle up the prompts before each gameplay. This is the No New Books Challenge. This is the challenge I failed last month, so I guess I deserved this. So in the month of July, I'm not supposed to buy any books, place any additional library holds, or download any additional KU books. I do always have the 20 allowed, so I should be reading through the ones I've already borrowed. All right, roll number 1. 3. 1, 2, 3. That is a hard prompt. Let me open it, please. A middle grade novel. I don't believe any of the books I have here would be considered middle grade, so I'm going to have to do some thinking on that one. Roll number 2. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Royals Next Door by Karina Halley. Roll number 3.
Hey.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A book on my Kindle. Roll number 4. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let us see. Golden Girl by Ellen Hilderbrand. Roll number 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The One by John Mars. Roll number 6. Uh-oh, 2 doubles. So firstly, number 2 is Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. And then doubles means we have to pull a challenge prompt.
I'll just get this.
I have to read the lowest rated book on my TBR, so let's find out what that is together. Alright, so we're going to go My Books, maybe, physical TBR, average rating. Okay, The Way of Kings is my highest rated, and The One and Only by Emily Giffin is my lowest rated. Roll number 7. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Finley Donovan. Roll number 8, our final roll, is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 5th volume of Spy X Family. This is quite the mixed bag, and not a single fantasy romance that I had in my options. So that's a bit concerning for me. Hello, we are back and we have the weirdest variety, but I am not going to complain, even though I really could have used a lot more fantasy romance on this list for the Every Romantasy Challenge hosted by Covers with Cassidy and the Summer of Romantasy-athon readathon hosted by Tori Between Pages, two fantasy romance themed challenges that I am participating in this summer. But a lot of these books are on the shorter side, so I have my fingers crossed that I will be able to complete this TBR and still fit in some fantasy romance this month as well. The challenge I got for not completing my June TBR and failing at the No New Books challenge was to pull no new books again. I deserved that. Touche. I do shuffle around my prompts every single time. So in the month of July, I am not allowed to place additional library holds, willy-nilly download Kindle Unlimited books, and I should not be entering a bookstore in the month of July. If I do not complete my challenge, my punishment challenge, I have to pull another one in August, and we don't want to do that. At least I only had 8 rolls this month. I must complete at least 4 of these books and the challenges. Let's go through the rolls. Roll number 1, I pulled the prompt middle grade. I was really on the fence on what to choose for this, but after watching Once Upon a Bookish Steph's Disney Villainous TBR game, she put in a book from the series of unfortunate events on her TBR for the same prompt. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity for me to continue the series. It's on my children's bookshelves and I am reading the 3rd book, which is The Wide Window. These are very, very quick reads. They are around 200 pages, very large middle grade font. I will be able to fly through this very quickly and check it off and continue a series I'm in the middle of. If you're unfamiliar with the series of unfortunate events, we are following the 3 Baudelaire children who are kind of bounced around from 2 different guardians after their parents passed away, and they encounter a series of unfortunate events while they try and stay one step ahead of the story's villain, which is Count Olaf. Roll number 2, I got The Royals Next Door by Karina Halley. I purchased this in a romance book bundle, which I have yet to share with you guys. But I did post that haul over on my book talk if you wanted to check it out. But this romance book looks like a funny rom-com and definitely gives me summer vibes based on the cover. So I think this is the perfect time of year to read this. It says, an ordinary summer goes royally awry when a prince and a princess move next door, bringing their handsome bodyguard with them. I think that sounds really fun. Roll number 3, I rolled my Kindle, and for this I'm going to choose the Who Did This To You book club pick for July, which is a spot on Tori's Romantasy-athon bingo board. And in the month of July, we are reading The Book of Azrael by Amber Nicole. Raven-haired reader has recently been singing, my kids are fighting over Minecraft, singing this book's praises upon reread, so I'm really excited for this. It is a darker urban fantasy, and other than that, I don't really know anything about this series. Roll number 4, another perfect summer pick. This is Golden Girl by Ellen Hildebrand. This is my first and only Ellen Hildebrand that I have on my shelves, but I've heard that her books are just the perfect summertime reads. This says, on a perfect June day, Vivian Howe, author of 13 beach novels and mother of 3, is killed in a hit-and-run car accident while jogging near her home on Nantucket. And we are following her to the beyond, which I had no idea that this is going to have like a bit of a fantastical, magical realism element, but she has assigned a person named Martha, and she is granted 3 nudges to help like be a guardian angel for Martha. That is very interesting. I had never read the back of this before. Next up, I rolled for The One by John Mars. I do love a thriller every once in a while, especially in summer. They're just very fast paced, and I recently saw someone on Book Talk singing this book's praises, even though it is not new at all. In this thriller, there is like a DNA type test you can take to find your soulmate. However, your soulmate may not be a good person, and I'm sure there's going to be murder and sketchy stuff happening. I think this will be really fun. Roll number 6, I got doubles, meaning I needed to pull a challenge prompt, but the book that my roll landed on is Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. This is the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe, but the second book following Magnolia and BJ. I recently read Daisy Hates, hopping back into this world, and really enjoyed it. I prefer Daisy and Christian to Magnolia and BJ, but I do want to continue with this series. This is a bit of a big book. How many pages is it? Over 500 pages. These are very toxic, messy, stream of consciousness, character-driven romances, if you will. I really enjoy Jessa Hastings' writing, so I think this will be a good choice for July. But the challenge prompt I got was to read my lowest rated book on my physical TBR. I was quite surprised to see that The One and Only by Emily Giffin is my lowest rated right now. This is just a contemporary, like, women's fiction type book that my friend Jess encouraged me to pick up at my charity bookshop. We are following 33-year-old Shay Rigsby. She lives in a small college town in Texas, and she's done everything she feels that she should have, but when tragedy strikes, she feels that maybe the life she's chosen is not really enough, and we follow her as she finds herself forced to confront her deepest desires, fears, and secrets. Roll number 7, I got Finley Donovan is Killing It. I have wanted to pick this up for so long. I think this is just going to be a really fast-paced and funny kind of mystery, thrillerish novel. We are following Finley, who is an author, and when she's pitching her novel, she is mistaken for like a hit woman, and she gets into all sorts of shenanigans because she's really tight on money, and I just think that it's going to be a really fun time. And our 8th and final roll got us a really nice short manga. This is Spy X Family Volume 5. I have been picking these up here and there off of my eldest son's bookshelf and really loving these. We are following Twilight, who is a spy, and his next mission is to infiltrate this very prestigious private school, and he needs to assemble a family to get in there. It's just so funny. I'm always smiling. I don't want to tell you much about the plot of volume 5, but if you haven't ever given this manga series a chance, I definitely encourage you to. So this is my TBR stack for the month of July. Completely doable to read. I need to read 5 of these, 4 of my regular rolls plus this challenge prompt. The hardest part about my July TBR is going to be the No New Books challenge. I'm going to have to really stick to it. I have officially surpassed 300 unread books on my physical TBR, so I definitely deserve to be on a book buying ban regardless and need to focus on my physical TBR. And then we only have 1 Kindle read on top of this. I will also mention that none of my buddy reads managed to get on this list, which is a bit disappointing, along with any fantasy romance. So I'll be adding a lot to this. But this is everything for my July TBR. What do you think of this stack? I feel like we have quite the mix of genres and vibes, which is really good to keep me motivated. Let me know which books you think I should for sure pick up this month and prioritize. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!